Salut tout le monde, bienvenue à l'après-match officiel des Alouettes de Montréal. Ici Joey Alfieri à Ottawa où les Alouettes remportent un autre match, un 13e de suite contre le Rouge et Noir. Cette fois-ci, 34-13 était la marque finale. On va commencer dans quelques instants avec notre prochain invité. On va aller avec Nick Callender et on a Josh Archibald qui s'en vient aussi. Nick, congratulations on another win. 2 games in 5 days. They had the bye week. Just physically, how deep did you guys have to grind to pull this one off?
I mean, Coach talked about it, said doing that 30 cal, we do that bite challenge. Talking about our 30 cal is on the field this week, so got to get deep, and we got it done.
Overall, I mean, I thought you guys pass blocked incredibly well. I thought Travis Tice, when everybody knew you wanted to run the ball in the situation where you wanted to kill the clock, you guys were able to do so as well. Overall, offensive line-wise tonight, how did you evaluate the play of what you guys were able to do?
I think we did good. Obviously, there's always stuff to work on, some discipline stuff we got to clean up. I think as a unit, we did well.
For yourself, just going up, they've got a talented front as well. What was the key to locking down and protecting Davis all night?
Respecting their abilities. You got good guys on there. You got Carter, you got Wakefield, John. They're all good players, and so respecting what they can do. Carter. I say a lot that I think Carter's one of the better DNs I go against in the league. So respecting his abilities, I think is first and foremost.
How about on drives where, you guys end up scoring a touchdown, but you start at the 1, and then you had another drive where it was a long drive, and you nearly scored a touchdown from the 7. Like, what are those long drives like when you're trying to grind out yards like that?
I mean, that's like that 30 cal, you know what I mean? It's staying locked in, staying focused, even though your body's tired, your mind might be kind of ready to get back on the bench, but you say, hey, we got to go score out some points, and that's what we do. Also, trusting Davis and Tyson and all those guys to do what they can do, and it makes it easier.
Thank you, buddy. Congrats on a big win.
Appreciate it.
All right, Nick Callender of the Montreal Alouettes. Nice enough to stop by. We'll keep it going here avec... on va faire ça en français.
On fait ça en français.
Oui, on va faire ça en français. Coupe de gros jeux pour toi ce soir, Josh Archibald. Premièrement, l'interception, 3e essai et 5. Je te l'ai dit, tu aurais dû rabattre le ballon à terre. Ben, non, pas du tout. Je suis content pour toi. Non, je suis content pour toi. Pour le 4 verges, on va prendre l'interception. Puis en plus, l'attaque a traversé le terrain pour marquer un toucher. Juste, parle-moi un peu de l'interception et ce que tu as vu sur le jeu.
Honnêtement, pour moi, personnellement, on sait que notre défense est très complexe. Et c'est vraiment quand ton numéro est appelé, tu essaies de faire le mieux que tu peux, tu essaies de faire le jeu. Puis mon numéro a été appelé, j'ai vu le ballon dans les airs. Puis c'était proche de moi. J'ai dit, j'ai joué le basket, j'ai joué différents sports, j'ai des bons mains. On l'essaie. Puis boum, pick. Puis après le pick, honnêtement, j'ai blackout.
La dernière interception que tu as réussi dans ta carrière, c'est quand?
Bang.
Someone-else?
Non, j'ai jamais eu une interception.
Jamais? Même à Someone-else, t'as pas eu d'interception?
Jamais. Ça, c'était ma première interception dans ma vie.
Wow! OK, là, je comprends. Tu voulais pas rabattre le ballon.
Là, tu comprends pourquoi j'ai blackout. Là.
T'as-tu gardé le ballon?
Oui, bien sûr. Ça m'a failli échapper. Je l'ai gardé.
Ah oui?
Ouais. Mais on garde ça un secret.
Tu veux-tu donner un cadeau à ton gars marketing préféré?
Toi, tu m'as dit que tu voulais que je rabatte le ballon, alors...
Mais techniquement, c'est le bon jeu. Techniquement, c'est le bon jeu. T'aurais pu sauver le 4 verges.
Non. Mais là, une bonne...
Parle-moi aussi le 3e essai, le TFL sur 3e essai et 2 verges à franchir, ou 3 verges à franchir. C'est une belle lecture de ta part. Ils ont perdu 2 verges sur le jeu. Juste parle-moi de ce que tu as vu dans ce moment-là aussi.
Qu'est-ce que j'ai vu? C'est normalement, on read le O-line, puis j'ai lu l'O-line. Et quand l'O-line, quand tu es un D-line, quand il vient vers toi, tu sais que peut-être c'est un run. Alors, j'ai vu que c'était un run. Puis il a donné le bal, puis j'étais dans le cadre. Je l'ai plaqué. Et comme j'ai dit, quand ton numéro est appelé, tu essaies de faire le mieux que tu peux. Et je fais ma job.
Je pense qu'ils sont rentrés dans la zone payante en dedans de la ligne de 10 comme 4 fois. Ils ont marqué un toucher une fois, mais après ça, c'était le revirement. Ton interception, tu avais le TFL que tu as réussi aussi, puis ils ont réussi un placement. T'sais, comment est-ce que tu expliques? Si tu enlèves le toucher, c'est 3 fois dans la zone payante, puis ils marquent 3 points.
God did. God did. C'est Dieu qui donne, c'est all I got.
All right. Félicitations pour la belle performance.
Merci.
Première interception. Peut-être une autre bientôt.
Non, on l'espère.
Okay, le deuxième ballon. Tu vas venir à moi. Non? Mais je dois le recevoir avant Berglund.
Okay, fine. I'll give you that.
All right, okay.
Merci, Joey.
Merci. All right, we've got Kylin Greer, who's nice enough to stop by. Thanks for doing this. I mean, it feels like, you had the big punt block last week. It just feels like the game has slowed down for you. I'm just curious what the adjustment has been like for you coming over to Canada and playing that yard off the ball. We saw you play a couple stops at linebacker as well, showing off that versatility. Just what's it been like for you?
Man, it's been good. I just been adjusting, like you say, to off the ball, you feel me, and them angles, you know what I'm saying, to feel bigger, just things like that. But football is football, so I've been enjoying it, man. You know what I'm saying? I love the team I'm on. You know what I'm saying? I love the players and the coaches we got in the locker room, training staff. Really, everybody in there, bro. It's just a blessing to be around all of them, for sure.
We're just talking with Josh Archibald in French. We were saying, they got inside the 10-yard line 4 times. They scored a touchdown once, but then you guys had the interception. You guys held them to a field goal right before half. And then there was the TFL. Just how do you explain that? You take the touchdown away. It's 3 points on 3 trips inside the 10-yard line.
Yeah, man. That's the defense, man. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Ben's not folding, you know what I'm saying? Playing together. And shout out to Arch, man, because he came up with 2 big stops in the end zone. So shout out to him.
Yeah. I told him, I said, he should have knocked the ball down, though. I said, he cost us 4 yards. It could have started at the 5 instead. But he said he's never intercepted a pass before, Archibald did. So he was like, I'm going to keep the interception. I said, you probably made the right choice, especially with the offense going down 109 yards and scoring.
Nah, for sure, man. On that play, it's crazy. Like, I was right behind him. So I really, looked the ball in to watch him catch it. So it was a crazy view for me. But shout out to him, man. That was a great play.
So you say he got in the way of you getting an interception?
I ain't going to say that. He done the thing. But if he didn't have it, I was right there, for sure.
Just overall, you guys are 7-1 now. It was a short week. I don't know how many short weeks you've played in your career. The CFL schedule is a little different that way, but you guys played Sunday. You guys played Friday night. They didn't play last week. Just how much did you have to dig down and really fight for this win?
It was just like a mental thing, you know what I'm saying? Knowing that we came out the next week and we didn't have much time to prepare. So, you know what I'm saying? Just locking in mentally. But we played this team a couple times. So, you know what I'm saying? It would just come down to football, you know what I'm saying? Who wanted more at that point? So,
thank you, buddy. Congrats on a big win.
Appreciate you, man. Have a good one.
Thank you. All right. It's number 44, Kylin Greer. Nice enough to stop by. We're going to go. On va aller à Tyson très bientôt. Yeah, all right. You can come in here. You can sign. You can do what you got to do. All right. Jonathan Sutherland, a homecoming, not of sorts. It's a proper homecoming. Just you had to dig down deep. You had that short week. You played on Sunday. You guys played on Friday. Just I know the score is 34-13, but they did move the ball a little bit. It could have been tighter, but you guys, you bend, but you don't break. Just talk to me about the performance then on a short week.
Yeah, coming off a short week, obviously, our practice week was pretty compacted, and we're just trying to take care of our bodies at the same time, with less of a rest. But, we just trust the process. We just continued with our preparation how we would normally do it any other week. And, we just came out and played hard like we always do, and the results speak for themselves.
When was the last time you had such a quick turnaround?
It might have been when we played the Red Blacks for the second preseason game.
And then
we had Hamilton. That might have been that was last time probably.
That was still 6 days. This is 5.
Exactly,
I know it's one day, but one day makes a big difference.
2 days make a big difference. So just recovery, sleeping right, eating right, obviously taking care of our bodies, and just controlling everything we can control at that point.
How about you? Friends and family tonight, how many tickets did you wind up dishing out?
A decent amount. Just being hometown, I got a lot of family, friends who come out to support. Very grateful for them, and I just try to play for them.
Did you have to arm wrestle like Hamlin or any of the other the million Ottawa guys on this team?
No, we made it happen. We made it happen.
I don't know. You trade? Are you trading to other games? How does that work? Or did your people just buy tickets?
You just kind of got to ask guys early on in the week, who aren't using their tickets. Kind of first come first serve kind of thing. So.
Special teams wise, I know there was a lot of talk about the big return last week, but tonight was pretty clean. How did you see that?
Yeah. I think special teams was good. Obviously, we have stuff to improve on like any other week. We're not satisfied with the performance, but, to hold an explosive returner like Pimpleton, minimize his explosive returns. That was big for us.
7-1. I mean, you guys are rolling. It's a big clash against Edmonton next week. They're first in the West. You guys first in the East. Just what are you expecting next week?
I mean, we're just expecting a hard-fought, battle. But our preparation isn't going to change, no matter who we're playing against or what our record is or whatever their record is. We're just going to go about our business, trust the process, follow our preparation, and just play hard.
Thank you, buddy. Congratulations on a big win.
Appreciate you.
All right, Jonathan Sutherland of the Montreal Alouettes, avec une méga performance sur les unités spéciales. Et on continue OK, mais on va continuer à rouler avec le receveur étoile des Alouettes de Montréal, Tyson Philpot. Tyson, you went over 1,000 tonight. Yeah. I know I talked to you about it before off mic, but just the fastest Canadian player to reach 1,000 yards. I think I misspoke. I said no one else had more than 700. Snead has over 700 now. I know he's good, but no one else on any other team has 700 coming into this week. Just like, how have you been able to do this, and what goes through your mind when you find out that in this league nobody's done it quicker than you as a Canadian?
Yeah, it's a huge accomplishment. Obviously, I think it'd take a little bit for it to like fully hit. The high of the game is still hitting me, but it's such a big accomplishment for me. Just dealing with those injuries that I've had before, and but at the end of the day, it's still 10 games to go. I got such big aspirations for this team, such big goals for us. So this is just a milestone that will continue to grow.
Alouette record is 1,900 and something, and you're on pace to obliterate it. Yeah. Just for you guys, I mean, to come out in a short week, you guys went 3 for 3, and the only reason you guys didn't go 4 for 4 on the first 4 drives was a holding penalty that called back your touchdown. Just offensively, how do you chalk up the success that you had? What do you chalk it up to early on in the game, especially?
Yeah, it's Coach Moss. It's that mentality that he instills in us from training camp. We talk about wanting things to be difficult, wanting things to be hard. Give us a short week. Okay, we'll show you why it doesn't matter. I think that's the mentality this team has. It's the mentality Davis Alexander has, and we just ride with him. But yeah, we're just playing Alouette, ATE, Alouette ability, and we're just grinding out wins.
Look, I know you're a young guy. You're just turned 26, but the 2 games in 5 days, I mean, that's a grind, especially when they had the week off. Just what did it take this week to prepare yourself physically, the sacrifices to play this week at a high level?
Yeah, a lot of muscle work, a lot of soft tissue work. Shout out our athletic therapist, shout out Mark Ali, all the people that just believe in us and, know the ultimate goal. So, shout out to the coaching staff, too, for getting no sleep and preparing such a great game plan. But at the end of the day, we just coincide together and we find a way to win.
I didn't see what you guys finished up, but it just at one point it was you passing Snead and Snead passing you, and you guys going back and forth. I know the whole receiving core is great, but just you two as a duo. I mean, you guys do it so differently, but you're both so efficient. Just how good do you feel you guys have been, and how good can you be?
Yeah, I think we're the best duo in the league. I mean, stats won't lie, but regardless, the whole receiving core, I think that's what allows me and Snead to get open so well is that you got Cole Speaker, you got Alex Hollins. I mean, Derek Stearns has played like 2 games.
He had over 100.
Exactly, and people have to forget that. Kaseem Ferdinand is stepping up. Like, we're just such a dynamic and such a deadly group that we just find ways to get open, and Davis just puts the ball in the money spot.
Yeah, I mean, there was just throw after throw tonight that was just perfect. There was one to Hollins in the middle of the field, a couple to you. Can you explain what it's like catching passes from Davis? Because they come in, with some velocity. But, I mean, man, there's some throws where the DB's just like, there's nothing for the guy to do.
Yeah, it's a dream come true. You talk about being a receiver, not having to worry about running across the middle to get your head taken off. Yeah. Like, little things like that other guys have to deal with. We don't have to. I know Davis is never going to put me in a situation to get killed. He's going to give me a great ball. He's going to protect me. And he's just such a great player and such a great guy. And he really leads this team.
Thank you, buddy. Congratulations on another milestone.
Hey, merci beaucoup. Shout out the fans, man.
All right. I think there's going to be a few more milestones, but yeah. Bon.
Yeah, but they've been waiting, so I got you.
OK. Bon. Tyson Philpot, le joueur canadien le plus rapide. All right, let's keep it rolling. Le joueur, yes, sir. Le joueur le plus rapide à atteindre le 1000 verges, le joueur canadien le plus rapide. All right. Devonte Dedmon, you got it out of the way last week. You got this one out of the way quickly. Yeah. What was it like to field, punts and kickoffs in a place where you're very familiar and had a lot of success?
It was dope. It was a cool experience. The guys told me all week long, the short week, they were like, bro, we got your back no matter what. They were like, this is your new home. And I'm like, you know what? You damn right it is. I love this city. I love this team. The culture here is just like something that just brings the best out of guys. And Coach Moss, Coach B, they put a confidence in you that you've never seen before. So I'm just excited to be a part of it, man.
I know they would never rattle you, but how much did Gino and Pimpleton and those guys try to get inside your head at all?
Not really a lot. They after the game, he was like, "Yeah, we shut you down." Da, da, da. I'm like, "Bro, wait." Like, so at the end of the day, we got the dub. That's all I care about.
For you, look, I know you're a little fresher because you didn't play at the beginning of the season, but just the 2 games in 5 days, even for a returner, like you're coming back, that's got to be a grind on you too. How did you prepare? How did you prepare for the 2 and 5?
Like I said, Coach B, he's a great guy. You know what I'm saying? He asked me what I like, what I see, and like I said, we sit there and watch film together, and shit goes well. Like, I'm sorry, excuse my language, but it goes well. Like he's a great coach, and like I've been on this opposite sideline as him, and now like being on the same sideline, it's like I get to pick his brain, and it's like he's a special teams genius. So I'm just excited to be a part of it, man.
Thank you, buddy. Congratulations on it.
Thank you for having me.
Devonte Dedmon. Finally, we're glad he's on this side now. Don't have to deal with him anymore. All right, let's keep it rolling with Tyler Snead. First of all, you're all good. Everything's okay.
All good. Everything's good. Everything's good.
I was just talking to Philpot about this duo, and I know you guys do it very differently, but you both do it at an incredible level. Tyson says that his unbiased opinion, you guys are the best duo in the CFL. Just talk to me about this duo and what makes you guys so lethal.
I agree with them. I think Six is an explosive play guy. As you can see, every time he touches the ball, he can score at any point on the field. And we like to say we're betting on yak yards and all that, and trying to get loose after the catch. And so that's a big emphasis in our receiver room and whatnot. And so just to keep doing it week in, week out says a lot about him and says a lot about the group.
I mean, you're the only 2 receivers in the league that are over 700 yards. He went over 1,000 tonight. You're I think you're over 800 now, if I'm not mistaken. Just walk me through, the position that Davis puts you guys in, because there was some throws tonight where you're just like, man, the DB has absolutely nothing to do on that play. I mean, there's just really nothing they can do about him.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like we say it every week too. He always puts the ball where it needs to go. He's smart with the football. No turnovers again tonight. So, as long as we're taking care of it, making the right decisions, and then he's putting us in positions to make the plays, just keep it rolling.
How about what was the key to the first 3 drives? Because you guys came out and you guys scored bang, 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 and you guys had some long drives too. And then there was a 4th one with Philpot would have had that got called back to holding. You guys have to kick the field goal. But I mean, the offense came out and it just didn't miss a beat. You guys delivered like an uppercut to them right really off the hop when they scored a touchdown too, and you guys gave them no hope.
Yeah, I mean, coming off a short week like that, we knew coming in here, we got to go, and we want to start fast, and we want to bring that energy, just because it's harder and tougher when you only get 1 practice in during the week. And so I felt like we did a great job of just coming out firing, coming out making plays, and then just keeping it rolling throughout the first half, and then leading into the 3rd quarter, 4th quarter. It felt like we couldn't really be stopped out there tonight.
How much are you looking forward to next week? Cody, Keon, and Mac come back, and they're the only team that got us. It's debatable, but they still technically on paper got us. Just how much you're looking forward to that matchup, first in the West against first in the East next week?
Yeah, I mean, huge game. All the hype's going to be around it. They got us at their place, and so them coming back home is going to be exciting. Going to be a good game. Need the fans there, pack it out, and I mean, we're just excited. Another shot at them.
I just realized, since you've been here, I think the last time the Alouettes lost to Ottawa was like July 2022. So since you've been here, you've never lost to Ottawa. It's 13 in a row against Ottawa.
Yeah, never lost to them so far. So hopefully we just keep that rolling throughout my career.
But how do you explain it? Like, have you ever, like in your career, have you ever had such dominance over one opponent at any level? Because it's getting freaky now. 13 is a lot of games.
13 is a lot. I mean, it's a division rival, and so the hype around the game is always, you got to bring it. It's an East opponent, and so every time we come in here, we know we want to come out with a win. Like to say, our fans always show up here too, even on road games. It feels like a home game, and so shout out to them, just giving us energy, helping us feed off that energy, and continue to do what we do on the field.
Lastly, what'd you see on the touchdown?
What I see?
Yeah, well, what'd you see when you got the ball in your hands?
I just saw grass. I saw the O-line cleared it out for me. Tyson had a good block backside. Cole took about 2 or 3 of them, and so all I had to do was just run in the end zone, not getting touched.
Thank you, buddy. Congratulations.
Appreciate it.
All right, Tyler Snead with a massive performance. All right, we're going to go to our Budweiser player of the game, over 400 yards tonight for Davis Alexander. Davis, I mean, you guys came out, short week. The first 3 drives was like methodical. You guys scored touchdowns. You had one on the 4th drive that was called back. Just explain to me, how did you guys come out so dominant, especially to start this game?
Yeah, I don't know. It's just, it's a tribute to the coaches for putting together an unbelievable game plan in one day. Tribute to the players for, not that you're not going to take it serious, but 102 plays is a lot of plays to try and get down. And, you know, we didn't run a lot of plays in the one day we practiced because we were still a little banged up. So it's just it's a tribute to these guys and how much they care and how much they're chasing greatness themselves.
It felt like you were super accurate too. There's like the ball in the middle of the field to Hollins that like there's nothing the DB can do. That you had a lot of those balls tonight. It just felt like you've been very accurate all year, but felt like you somehow took it to another level tonight.
Yeah, I mean, I will say I did feel pretty good out there. I was telling the boys I was hot. Let's just keep it rolling. But it was just a ton of fun, and the guys were getting open. We saw a lot of man coverage, which kind of gets us pretty happy. So yeah, it was just good to get everyone involved, and then towards the end, I think going into like the last 4 minutes, we only had the ball twice in the second half. So we were milking the clock, we were putting points up, and the defense was unbelievable. I think they pitched the shit out in the second half, if I'm not mistaken.
They didn't give up any points. How about, Tyson came out and said that he in his opinion, he and Snead are the two best, the best receiver duo in the CFL. They're the only guys in the league over 700 yards now. Just talk to me about the duo. I know they do it very differently. They have different styles, but just how good is it to throw those two guys the ball, and how elite are they, and what makes them so great?
Yeah, I mean, it's a privilege for me, first of all, right? Second, they're so good because they're ultra competitive in everything that they do, and they want to be better. Tyson wants to be better than Tyler. Tyler wants to be better than Tyson, but they also don't let it. I don't want to say normal, but some receiver rooms can be prima donna-ish and care about targets and all that stuff, and they're just there to win football games, and they know they're good and they're going to be good at it.
Look, Philpot's been good for a long time. Been a question of staying healthy, but have you noticed anything different this year? I mean, he's the quickest to 1,000 yard, quickest Canadian receiver to 1,000 yards, which is remarkable. There's so much racetrack left. What have you noticed different about Tyson this year?
Yeah, I mean, I said it in camp, right? I said it multiple times that he looked the best that he's ever looked, and it was hard to say because he's so good.
Yeah.
But I truly felt that way, and I just think, like, he was always a professional, but he's gotten, this is year 5, so he's gotten to that point where he understands leverage, he understands what defenses are doing, he understands his confidence, how good he can actually be. And it's, every time he has a performance like this, he realizes, hey, I'm pretty good at this thing.
I know you've been here for all of them. You didn't play in all of them, but 13 wins in a row against the same opponent. That's a lot of wins. How do you explain the dominance over Ottawa? And you've never lost. I think you're 6-0 now against them.
Yeah, I mean, I just say it's a product of the culture of this team. We don't really even talk about that stuff, but we just know it's a divisional rival, and we got to bring our A game. We thought that they were a lot better team than an 0-6 ball club. They played some tight games with Winnipeg, Sask, Edmonton. But they're a good football team, and we just know we got to bring our A game, especially in this league. Anything can happen at any point.
I see you with the white toque on your head, and that reminds me that there's a Davis Alexander bobblehead with this exact toque. This exact look is coming to a bobblehead near you on August the 20th, the next time. And last time the Alouettes played the Ottawa Red Blacks at Percival Molson Stadium. How do you feel about the bobblehead, and how much have people hit you up about it?
I think it's like one of the coolest thing ever. Immediately when it came out, it was just like a childhood dream. And, my whole family and friends, I told you I need 100 of them, but we'll see. We'll see how many I can get. But it seemed like a pretty great response, and I'm honestly just thankful, and it's an extremely large privilege for me.
I think fans will be okay with us giving 4,900 away instead of 5,000. Thanks, Davis. Congrats on a big one.
Merci beaucoup.
All right. Davis Alexander with another over 400-yard performance, a Budweiser Player of the Game once again for the Montreal Alouettes. And let's go with another local boy. We're done after this. All right. Kaseem Ferdinand, Kaseem, you almost had it here. But overall, just how good does it feel to come back here, win at home?
Man, it feels amazing. I lost Penn in the stadium 4 years in a row, so it's nice to be on the winning side and putting belt to ass against these guys. Excuse my language.
Yeah, Carlton got you guys quite a bit?
I was on.
No, sorry, Ottawa got you guys quite a bit.
Unfortunately. Yeah. We don't like the GGs out here.
It's okay. For you guys to be 7-1 at this point, it's 13 in a row against Ottawa. Tonight was as complete of a performance as you're going to get. Offensively, you guys came on the first 3 drives and scored touchdowns. You had one on the 4th, too, got called back for holding. Just walk me through the offensive mindset going into tonight because you guys could not be stopped from the get-go.
Well, we knew it was going to be a short week. The coach put a lot of time into just the game plan and all the plays that we were going to put in because even though it was a short week, it's not like we were doing anything light with practice or the game plan and stuff like that. So the fact that, you know what I'm saying, the guys came out, executed the way that we did, and we were able to put a whooping on the way that we did. Offense, defense, special teams, it was amazing. And it's being 7-1 is good. The only thing to be better is 8-0.
Yeah. How many tickets did you have to figure out tonight?
Asking tickets for everybody.
Really?
Yeah, I honestly have no clue how many family members and just because I had family, friends, old teammates.
The security guard just gave
Yeah. It had a whole bunch of people and supporters, so I'm very thankful. You know what I'm saying? God's good, and I've always had a lot of people in my corner, so it's blessed.
Did you have to wrestle like Sutherland and Hamlin and all the Ottawa guys for those tickets or what?
Surprisingly not. I was happy I didn't have to wrestle Jay Sutherland because he's kind of big. I think Hamlin and what's his name? You know what I'm saying? We're more weight class, so it'll be a little bit closer. But thankfully no, we were good. We all got our tickets down and stuff, so it was straight.
Philpot, I know you'll appreciate this as a Canadian receiver, but Philpot became the fastest Canadian receiver to 1,000 yards in CFL history. Just what's it like working with this guy?
Man, I mean, I'm not surprised that he did it. I was seeing it last year in practice the whole time. I see him practice the whole time here. So when we come to the game and he does stuff like this, I'm like, man, I'm not surprised. I've seen you do crazier things in practice and it's really just his work ethic, the way he comes to work every day, even when, I'm saying, his body might be hurting a little bit. He doesn't take days off, stuff like that. So I feel like I could appreciate that. The whole team appreciates it. It's nice to have.
You put in a lot of extra work after practice and all that stuff. I'm just curious, in a short, I know you're a young guy, but in a short week, 2 games in 5 days, I don't care how old you are. That's a task. Did you have to scale it back at all this week on the field? Like, how did you get ready for a Sunday, Friday turnaround?
Honestly, if anything, I did more than I normally do just because Davis threw me a pass last week and unfortunately got picked off. I'm pretty sure that was his first pick of the season. Yeah. So, what I'm saying? I felt kind of bad, but just try to put in as much work as possible. Just because the week is short doesn't mean I'm going to put in less work than I normally do if the week is long. I'm going to put in the same work that I always put in. So, yeah.
You played Edmonton. You had a nice game against Edmonton. Unfortunately, we didn't win. But now it's going to be first in the East next week against first in the West. There's a lot of tickets have moved in the last couple of days. There's already people in Montreal looking forward to that game. Just walk me through, that mindset going in best on best.
Man, these are the games that everybody wants to play. I'm saying it's 7-1. It's a big game. They got us last time, which I don't think they should have beat us. They should have beat us. Yeah. So I'm excited for the opportunity to play again. Excited to play against Edmonton again. I'm saying? I don't think they're better than us. I think we're the best team in the league. So I'm happy we got an opportunity to prove it.
Congrats, buddy. Congrats. And thanks for doing this.
Anytime. Thank you.
Kaseem Ferdinand. 7-1, Montreal Alouettes are rolling. OK, il reste plus personne sur le terrain. Donc, on a fait le joueur du match, Budweiser. Maintenant, on va aller de l'avant avec le jeu boost du match. Écoute, il y avait un paquet de jeux qu'on aurait pu mettre en attaque en particulier. Je vais aller avec un jeu défensif parce que c'est un joueur local. C'est un joueur qui joue dans la Ligue depuis longtemps. Mais l'interception à la ligne des buts de Josh Archibald, on l'a taquiné un tout petit peu. On a dit qu'il aurait dû rabattre le ballon. Mais en toute honnêteté, c'est un gros jeu. De la part de Archibald. Et en plus, l'attaque commence de la ligne de 1 verge. Ils sont allés à une séquence de 109 verges pour marquer un touché. Donc, il faut donner de l'amour à Josh Archibald pour première interception à vie. Même pas au secondaire, il a réussi une interception. Donc, c'était le fun à voir un joueur local réaliser un gros jeu pour la défensive des Alouettes. Écoute, on a fait tellement d'entrevues. On n'a même pas pu faire de l'analyse. Je sais qu'on a fait un peu d'analyse à travers les entrevues, mais si on regarde la performance, la défensive n'a pas accordé de points lors de la deuxième mi-temps. C'est sûr que le Rouge et Noir ont bien bougé le ballon, mais encore une fois, on en a parlé un tout petit peu à travers les entrevues. Mais je pense que c'est 4 séquences. Le Rouge et Noir ont été en mesure de rentrer, ont traversé la ligne de 10 des Alouettes 4 fois. On a marqué un touché une fois. On a réussi un placement une autre fois, mais c'était interception et turnover on downs les 2 autres fois. Donc, ça veut dire que si tu enlèves le toucher, même si tu ne l'enlèves pas, c'est 4 séquences profondément dans le territoire des Alouettes et tu marques 10 points et c'est pas assez. C'est une des raisons pour laquelle les Alouettes ont gagné ce match-là. Donc, il faut donner crédit à la défensive. Aussi, Côté de l'attaque, écoute, on peut en parler jusqu'à demain matin, mais tu sais, les 3 premières séquences à l'attaque, c'est Bill Davis-Alexander avait plus de 200 verges par la passe après un quart et quelques minutes. Donc, c'était vraiment impressionnant à voir la manière que l'attaque a bien performé. C'était tout un show de Alexander, Tyler Snead et Tyson Philpot. Écoute, c'était impossible de freiner cette attaque-là. On a marqué 34 points. Ça aurait pu être beaucoup pire. Il y a 2 touchés qui ont été annulés à cause de pénalité d'avoir retenu. Et dans les 2 cas, je pense que c'était vrai. Si on dit la vérité. Mais ça aurait pu facilement être un plus 7 à 10 points pour les Alouettes qui ont marqué 34 points. Et je sais qu'on va avoir tendance à dire ouais, c'est le rouge et noir, puis les Alouettes, il faut qu'ils battent le rouge et noir. Ils sont clairement meilleurs que le rouge et noir. Je suis d'accord avec ces propos-là, mais en même temps, je sais que j'en parle souvent, j'en ai parlé avec presque tous les joueurs, mais 2 matchs en 5 jours quand l'autre équipe était en semaine de congé la semaine passée, écoute, c'est pas facile. C'est pas facile à venir, même si c'est un voyage. Le voyage n'est pas long, mais c'est quand même 2h30, 3 heures en autobus pour venir de Montréal à Ottawa. On a pratiqué une fois cette semaine. Puis, le fait qu'on a une performance aussi dominante contre une équipe qui était en congé, une équipe qui a failli battre les Blue Bombers de Winnipeg ici il y a 2 semaines, c'est quand même, il faut avouer que c'est impressionnant. C'est une victoire, honnêtement, une des victoires cette saison, puis il y en a 7, mais c'est une des victoires les plus impressionnantes qu'on a vues cette saison parce que les 5 jours entre 2 matchs de football, là, c'est quand même difficile sur le corps. OK, il reste quelques minutes. Je veux juste passer à travers des commentaires parce que j'ai pas eu la chance d'en parler, mais on a Igor qui dit en effet, ça ne doit pas être super joyeux d'être un fan du rouge et noir ces derniers temps. Non, c'est sûr. Je parlais avec la fille des médias sociaux ici à Ottawa, puis je lui ai dit écoute, je me sens mal pour vous autres parce que c'est pas facile de promouvoir une équipe à 0-7. What a game! Bravo les Owls de Geneviève. Tout un match pour Josh. Oui, Archibald, merci Manon. J'espère que Mustapha n'est pas blessé grièvement. Écoute, on l'a vu, il était sur les lignes de côté, il n'est pas revenu dans le match. C'est sûr que 2 matchs en 5 jours, c'est ça que ça fait. Ça fait des blessures puis de bobos. On va voir, il y avait Kanté Arcus, Tyler Snead nous a dit qu'il était correct. Il y avait une couple de joueurs, même en avant-match, Wesley Sutton était supposé de jouer. Il n'a pas été en mesure de jouer. Donc, on espère, dans le cas de Mustapha Johnson, que c'est pas sérieux non plus. Philippe Olivier qui dit « Salut Joey, excellent match ce soir. La défensive a bien fait le travail, a bloqué les Red Blacks à la ligne des buts. Record pour Philpot. J'avais un ami à la game qui prenait pour Ottawa et je lui ai dit qu'il faisait une erreur. On se voit la semaine prochaine. Un gros match contre Edmonton. Salut de la part de Rebecca Rose. Salut Rebecca. On se voit la semaine prochaine. Ouais, Isaac. Ouais, Isaac n'est pas sorti aujourd'hui, hein? C'est correct. On va lui donner une petite pause. Dominic Mazzone, is this Dino from Dominic's account still? Great game all around. Congratulations to Philpot for his 1,000 yards in 8 games. What a game where everybody contributed to the win. Yes. J'en ai manqué des bouts, trop zappé à soir, et toujours pas sûr sur certains règlements, mais celle-là n'a pas été serrée comme la dernière entre ces 2 équipes. Et pour une victoire convaincante, s'il vous plaît, même pas capable de trouver un joueur du match, c'est dire à quel point je suis pas. J'ai pas vu. OK, ça a coupé. Anyway. Oui, honnêtement, le vote était quand même serré. John, mon collègue ici, j'ai demandé c'était qui c'est qui gagnait le trophée. Puis honnêtement, on a calculé, c'était Davis légèrement en avant de Philpot et Tyler Snead. What an amazing game, says Vicky. The guys really showed and reminded everyone why they're number 1 team to beat. Mike Chirella says Snead and Speaker, great game. Hamilton says MVP. Congrats, Tyson. Tyson, merci et bravo. Philpot, most outstanding Canadian. Sûrement meilleure version des Owls, j'ai vu depuis 2010. Honnêtement, c'est très vrai. C'est très vrai. Écoute, c'est sûr qu'il y a une équipe qui a gagné 8 matchs de suite pour gagner une Coupe Grey en 2023, mais domination en saison régulière, là, cette équipe-là est tough à battre. Quelle belle victoire d'équipe. Félicitations à Philpot pour les 1000 verges. On n'a pas tombé dans le piège de la facilité versus Ottawa. Et l'équipe a joué dans ses standards à eux et non celui de l'adversaire. Good job. Si Philpot continue comme ça, je ne serais pas surpris qu'il reçoive un appel de la NFL. Avec sa tuque en plein été, oui, Davis Alexander. What's up, Davis? Quelle belle victoire. Content d'y avoir été présente. Je veux juste donner un shout-out aux partisans avant qu'on débarque du live. Il faut le dire, vraiment impressionnant. On dirait, moi, j'étais du côté sud du stade. Les fan boss des Alouettes étaient situés au côté nord et à chaque fois qu'il y avait un gros jeu réussi par les Alouettes, écoute, il y avait beaucoup de bruit de la part des partisans des Alouettes. C'était incroyable de voir le support qu'on a reçu ici ce soir. Et je vous encourage fortement, si vous n'êtes jamais venu dans le fan boss, je vous recommande fortement cette expérience-là. C'est vraiment le fun de venir en gang, débarquer en grand nombre avec une bonne équipe en avant de nous, puis de dominer Ottawa. 13 victoires de suite contre le Rouge et Noir. C'est absolument fou, c'est débile. Donc, je vous encourage fortement, si vous n'avez jamais été dans le fan boss, là, c'est vraiment une belle expérience. Toute l'équipe s'est présentée. Wow, ça valait la peine d'être là. Ça, c'est Richard Baudin. Let's take the win, but they are 0-6. I know we got to take each team seriously, but Ottawa has huge problems. That's fine, but they still had the week off last week and we didn't. Il y a le joueur du match Budweiser ce soir. Le coach du match, c'est AC. Il faut donner le crédit à l'attaque, c'est sûr, et les coachs. All three phases played well today. Our wide receivers are the best in the league. Première victoire avec une bonne différence de points. Mais la semaine passée, il y avait techniquement une bonne différence de points, mais c'est un match quand même plus serré. Best game of the year for the offense. I mean, they've had a few really great games this year. Eric qui dit Snead est incroyable. AC is doing a great job protecting Alexander. His playbook reminded me of the good old Calvillo days. Absolutely. Look, écoute, il faut donner du crédit au coach. Calvillo avec le carnet de jeu. Tu sais, la semaine passée, je sais que c'était pas une grosse performance côté attaque, mais il faut le dire, tu regardes même si vous avez écouté le match Winnipeg-BC hier, Winnipeg ont bien couru avec le ballon tôt dans cette rencontre-là, mais on dirait que les coordonnateurs à l'attaque, ils forcent les choses des fois. Ils poussent vraiment beaucoup pour passer le ballon fréquemment et souvent. Et moi, je donne crédit aux Halls la semaine passée puis à Anthony Calvillo parce qu'il aurait pu, avec un corps élite comme Davis, tu peux décocher 40-45 passes, mais ils ont donné le ballon à Travis Tice la semaine passée, puis c'est comme ça qu'il fallait marquer des points, puis c'est comme ça qu'on a eu du succès. Puis ce soir, écoute, le premier quart et demi, là, c'était incroyable. La manière qu'on bougeait le ballon, là, c'était absolument fou. De voir à quel point cette attaque-là était dominante. Puis, tu sais, Davis est le premier à dire quand il peut jouer mieux, mais ce soir, il a même avoué en entrevue que, tu sais, il se sentait bien ce soir. Donc, toute une performance de la part des Alouettes. C'est tout pour nous ce soir. Écoute, c'est un peu plus court. Comme d'habitude sur la route, j'aimerais juste vous montrer ma nouvelle casquette avant que je quitte avec mon logo 80e. C'est le 80e anniversaire de la création des Alouettes en 1946. On va vraiment commencer à fêter ça énormément. On a commencé la semaine passée en stade. Si vous étiez en stade, vous avez sûrement remarqué des petits contenus ici et là. Sur les médias sociaux, c'est la même chose. On célèbre le 80e. Puis on a des grosses annonces qui vont s'en venir avec des anciens quand même assez bien connus qui vont venir à Montréal un peu plus tard cette saison, mais tout au long de la saison, dans le stade Percival Molson, on va fêter les 80 ans des Alouettes. Écoute, les billets pour samedi prochain à 15h, là, ça se vend très, très bien. On n'est pas encore à salle comble, mais il va y avoir beaucoup, beaucoup de monde pour ce match-là. Je vous encourage fortement de venir. C'est la meilleure équipe dans l'Est qui va affronter la meilleure équipe dans l'Ouest. Cody Fajardo contre Davis Alexander, Keon Julian Grant et Austin Mack contre Tyler Snead et Tyson Philpot, Travis Tice contre Justin Rankin. Écoute, deux bonnes défensives, deux retourneurs absolument incroyables. C'est un match à ne pas manquer. Et les billets pour enfants sont à seulement 10 avec l'achat d'un billet adulte. Donc, vous pouvez amener la famille pour un prix extrêmement raisonnable. C'est une sortie abordable au stade Percival Molson. La semaine prochaine, c'est samedi à 15h contre les Elks d'Edmonton. Et encore une fois, on va célébrer le 80e. Si tu aimes ma casquette, tu peux l'acheter en stade, tu peux l'acheter en ligne sur le site de la boutique. Donc, c'est tout pour ce soir. Merci beaucoup tout le monde. Une autre victoire de la part des Alouettes qui ont maintenant une fiche de 7 victoires et une défaite. Bonne soirée, bon week-end et on se recroise au stade la semaine prochaine.
Good job, Joey.
Merci à Damien, by the way, nouveau producteur, là, que Sam n'est plus là. C'était flawless à soir, Damien. Félicitations pour une très, très belle performance. Mais là, il va falloir que tu me débarques en nom.